Hi, Omega Chaos Terrarian, with another online deck profile. At this time, I am showing my Sibylla deck. Sibylla or Sibyl is a new ritual-based archetype that also uses flip monsters. They are definitely pretty interesting, and it might become my ritual-based deck of choice, depending if I can get the cards for it and all that. This deck can also abuse the new flip monster from Dimension of Chaos, Pot of Taboos, very well. I'm not using any shuttles in this deck because otherwise it just becomes another shuttle deck. So I prefer to use it as a more pure deck. So let's go at this deck. First, of course, the main card, Throw Trade Sibylla. It has two effects pretty much. The first effect allows you to spell summon a flip monster in face down defense position in the end phase from the graveyard. And the second effect allows you to flip your monsters to face down defense or face up attack during either player's turn. So it's definitely two very powerful effects. With the first effect you can revive your Pot of Taboos from the graveyard. And second effect allows you to basically disrupt your opponent's plays with Pot of Taboos, so yeah, very nice card for sure. Then two Pot of Taboos. This card comes out in Dimension of Chaos. You can choose one of very powerful effects. Each represents a certain banned card in the OCG. So those effects are, you can either draw two cards, which is basically Pot of Greed. Then second effect is return all spell and trap cards on the field to the hand. So it's a Chant Tronade pretty much. Third effect is destroy all monsters your opponent controls. This is Raigeki. We have it legal in the TCG, but OCG does not. Although I think Raigeki should be banned in TCG again anyway. And fourth effect is look at your opponent's hand, shuffle one card from it into the deck, which is forceful sentry pretty much. So yeah, four very powerful effects. This card is also level 9, since of course Throw Trade is level 9, you can use Pot of Taboos for it as the ritual tribute. So I think this card is extremely essential for this deck. Without this card won't be that good at all. Then your main deck Sibyls, Crystal Undying Sibyl, which allows to search for a ritual monster from the deck or get it from the graveyard. So yeah, so of course good for consistency. Too bad it's level 5, that's why I only run 2, but you can summon it from the deck with of course Koinoma. Then triple Arrow Sylph Sibyl, which allows you to search for a ritual spell from your deck or graveyard to the hand. So yeah, really nice as well. This engine is pretty much will become a new search engine for any ritual based deck if Manchu and Senju become limited in the future. Although I'm not sure if that will happen. Hopefully not, but yeah, because these cards are a lot slower than Manchu or Senju. But still, they are pretty necessary in this deck for extra consistency. Then of course triple Sibyl Koinoma. Of course, with this card you can spell summon level 3 or higher flip monster from a hand or deck in face down defense position, but you cannot activate any monster effect for the rest of the turn except Sibyl monster effects. So with this card you can spell summon of course your Sibyls or your Pot of Taboos, so you can then flip it up in your turn and then use it as a tribute for the ritual summon. So it's a really nice card and very necessary. Then I use of course the Manju and Senju for of course consistency, and they of course really good. They are also fairies like Sibyls are, so yeah. Then I use two Arso Christia. I just use it because Sibyls are all fairy type monsters, so yeah. So I think this card is pretty good for this deck, but I'm not sure if I will keep it then, because it can become a dead throw at times, because you do need exactly 4 in your graveyard to summon it. But if you get it out, your opponent is pretty much screwed. Then, of course, the ritual spell, Ritual of the Sibylla. Of course, it has the regular ritual summoning effects, but it has an extra effect in the graveyard during the main phase. Except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard, and then add one Sibyl monster from a deck to a hand. So, of course, really good to search your more monsters to the hand, especially like your ritual monster and all that. Then other spells, Mythical Space Typhoon, of course. Then 2 Dark Hole. Of course, this deck can have trouble against massive fields at times. This deck is pretty slow still, and you might not have always access to your Pot of the Woods. So I think you have to use Dark Hole as well, and of course Raigeki. The traps, this deck is pretty trap heavy. Like I said, it's a pretty slow deck. You need a setup to get going. So first is 2 Burst Rebirth. Pay 2,000 life points to revive a monster in face on defense position. So revive your Sibyls or your Pot of the Boost. So it's pretty good in this deck, I think. The other traps that are pretty much staples, generic traps. Swollen Warning, Managed Happiness, Boost Evocation Device, Bottom Step Hole, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Dimensional Prison, and 2 Phase Chain. So yeah, pretty nice to protect your monsters. That's why I also use more battle traps to protect my flip monsters, so I can flip them up in my own turn in certain cases. Then the extra deck, you don't really need to go into the extra deck that much. It's just here as an option. So first rank 9s, because you can't go into them. First is Phantom Force in the Blahmir, XG's version of Trishula. Number 9, Touchstone Spirit, just in case. Rank 5s. You want to overlay with both Crystal Undyings for some reason, if I have them both. And of course, that almost never happens, but yeah, just in case. Tiras, the Keeper of Challenges, and number 69, Volcasaurus. And then a lot of rank 4s. Of course, Dragon XG's Dragon. Number 1 also Arc, Castles, Club's Musketeer, Khaos Samurai, Eve's Next Knight, Abyss Dweller, Cowboy, and Fire Absent Berserk, and some rank 3s as well if I want to overlay with 2 Koinomas. So, number 70 Leviathan Dragon, Ghostly Alucard, and finally Wind Up Sandmines. So, this was my Sibylla or Sibyl deck. Like I said, I really like this deck. It is pretty nice and all that. So, I hope you enjoyed this online deck profile. For now, goodbye and Omega Khaos out!